Richard, great to see you. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
How have you found Binance Blockchain Week so far?
It's exciting. There's plenty of excitement and energy here. It's great to see more than 4,000 participants, more than 200 speakers, and I'm very thankful for all the sponsors that we have, and most importantly, our users and community that make this possible.
It's great, and you know we've Binance Blockchain Week's gone all over the world. It's gone to Paris, Istanbul. We're rolling into Dubai this year. We're taking over the Coca-Cola arena. What would you say Dubai's done right in terms of driving forward the innovation of Web3 and crypto?
I would say that since the birth of the UAE, as a country, UAE has always been at the forefront of embracing new innovation, new changes, and new economic sector, be it in terms of blockchain or AI on that front, right? So if you look at Dubai, it was one of the first countries around the world to have a blockchain strategy on that front. I've been involved in this region for more than 9 years now. I started coming to the region in Abu Dhabi, where I was a head and CEO of Abu Dhabi Global Market way back in 2015. And ADGM was not the first regulator in the world to start regulating the crypto space when others don't believe this space.
It's incredible. It's been a year already. I don't know where the time's gone. It's been a year since you were appointed as Binance CEO. How did you find that swift transition? Because that was kind of quite a moment to jump into quite large shoes in a short space of time.
Yeah.
How did you find that?
Oh, first of all, I'm very, very privileged and very blessed to have the support of CZE and the rest of the co-founders behind this journey. We have a fantastic team at the leadership level that really support me in everything we do. So it's not a one-person job. It's not a one-man shop on that front. And on top of that, we have more than 5,200 very dedicated staff all over the world that's really driving the mission of freedom of money. So I'm very grateful for that.
It's fantastic, and you know a lot's been done over the course of that year. I mean, you know, huge exponential growth for the platform, and I wanted to ask how you and the team managed to keep the, you know, it's more than a user base. It's a global community, and that inclusiveness is really felt, and you can feel it throughout Binance Blockchain Week. How do you keep the user base growing, the community growing at a regional as well as a global level?
Well, I think there are a few things that we continue to drive very passionately. I've set out 3 of my commitments when I became CEO, right? Always be a user-first and user-focused organization. That's something that we hold very dear, and users have repaid that with their trust and confidence in us, right? So be it in terms of new product features, we always push ahead with innovation on that front, making sure we have the most robust, resilient platform, most secure platform to serve our users wherever they are in terms of their crypto journey and crypto needs, right? So I think that's the first and most important thing. Always stay user-first, user-focused. Secondly, working with global regulators and policymakers around the world to formulate smart regulations that support crypto adoption, innovation on one hand, while managing risk on the other hand. And thirdly, it is still a very nascent industry. Crypto adoption globally is less than 10% today. So how do we work with partners all over the world to continue to develop and foster a very dynamic, a very vibrant ecosystem for the benefit of everyone?
The theme of Binance Blockchain Week this year is momentum. We've seen huge momentum over the course of the year. How would you sum up 2024 so far?
So 2024 indeed is a year of huge momentum, both at the industry level as well as Binance level, right? So if you look at what's happening at the industry level, this is a landmark year in terms of both regulatory recognition and giving the credibility that crypto deserves, but also institutional adoption has been huge in 2024 that we couldn't have envisaged 2 years ago, right? So firstly, the approval of ETF in the US earlier this year, and then subsequently all around the world, from Hong Kong to Australia to Canada to Brazil, and the list goes on. That gave a lot of recognition and credibility to the entire crypto and blockchain industry. And then secondly, with the likes of BlackRock, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and you look at the top 200 financial institutions around the world today, everyone has a crypto and blockchain agenda. That's something unimaginable 2 years ago, right? So that shows the huge shift. With all this landmark shift, mainstreaming and the pace of crypto adoption will be very rapid going forward.
Fantastic. And with so much momentum, how do you see, or what are you most excited about going into 2025 and ahead?
I always say this, even at the beginning of 2024. I said 2024 is going to be a good year for crypto, but 2025 is going to be an even better year, because if you look at macroeconomic situation, it's going to be much more benign going to 2025 compared to 2024, where interest rate was still high. And now we are starting to, if you look at globally, inflation appears to be under control in many parts of the world, and interest rate starts to drop from now on, right? So macroeconomic conditions are much more ideal going to 2025. But also, if you look at global policy making, many more regulators are now investing resources to start to regulate this space. Many more institutions are now trying to invest into this space, including some of the largest in places like US, Europe, and Asia Pacific. And innovation continue to advance at a very rapid pace in this industry. More use cases, more utility, and those are the things that will drive crypto adoption globally. So I'm very bullish for 2025.